setting aside all the nuance to what actually ICE was doing in LA starting on Thursday and Friday of last week, at a 30,000-foot view, most Americans look at that and go, it was immigration enforcement. I see Border Patrol, I see ICE, I see Homeland Security. It's immigration. Now, the next thing that happens is what do we think? Do we think that that is good or bad? Now, of course, you and I think it's good, right? I mean, of course it's good. The pendulum has swung too far the other way for too long. We have too many bad people in this country that we need to get rid of. And we recognize, sad but true, that occasionally there'll be a good illegal, nice guy, following all the rules that gets caught up in this, gets deported. See you later, alligator. And we're not necessarily distraught about this because those people broke laws to get here. They're here in the country illegally, and they're subject to expedited removal. That's just how it works. Now, the Democrats are in a pickle. You look at Gavin Newsom, everything that he does right now is through the prism of building himself up to be a presidential candidate in 2028. Now, there's only been one Democrat of late that has had the benefit of running for president as a Democrat without having to get through a Democrat primary. Her name is Kamala Harris. Gavin Newsom will not be as lucky. Gavin Newsom will have to run as a Democrat against Democrats in a Democratic primary. Excuse me here as I knock the microphone out of the way. He'll have to run against other Democrats for the Democratic nomination. Who votes in the Democratic primary? Well, without getting too cute here, a bunch of certifiably insane people. The craziest of crazy of liberal wackadoodles vote in the Democratic primary. So what does he have to do? Every political instinct that Gavin Newsom has is to pivot to the center. I've been covering this here. I've been going into great detail about it. Gavin Newsom is desperately trying to remake himself as some kind of a moderate. Now, can he be a moderate on this? Can he find middle ground with Trump on immigration? Well, he can't if he has any hope of ever winning over Democrats and getting the requisite number of wins in the Democratic primary, and getting enough votes to secure the nomination. That's the only way. He's got to carry the convention. And you can't get through the gauntlet of the Democratic Party for 2028 without being anti-Trump on immigration. You just can't do it. So he's forced to double down. The problem with this is, if you look at Gavin Newsom today, and you pulled, Gavin Newsom's approach. Oh, we're fighting against ICE and let California burn, and no, we don't need law and order, and yeah, we got this handled, but no, we don't. And you look at that versus Trump, who says, hey, if you're here in the country illegally, you're subject to removal. We're prioritizing criminals, but if we catch you along the way, see you later, alligator, right? And also as an overlay, hashtag law and order. Every poll I have ever seen favors Trump on that one, by 15, 20, 25 points. Not by 5, not by 2, not by 2.5, like by a lot. So this is a disaster for Gavin Newsom.